Hello everyone, my name is Sando and welcome back to episode 4 on the Nerd Herd Den. Now I don't know if you guys have realized, but it has actually been quite a long time since the last episode, but do not fret. It is simply because I went on a short vacation, but I'm back now and I'm absolutely ready to get on this Minecraft grind. Now, in the last episode, we started this absolutely enormous project right here, which is of course going to be our terraforming shop. And we did this for a couple of reasons. Number one being, I personally really enjoy terraforming, and I know that some people on the realm do not. So this is kind of just a way for us to maybe get paid to do something that we enjoy. Which brings me to point number 2. We need a lot more diamonds than we currently have. And I'm not just saying that because everybody always wants to have more money, which is also... that's also a pretty good philosophy, not gonna lie, especially in this game. But we are trying to get a diamond beacon, people, remember. For those of you who don't know, a diamond beacon, or any type of beacon, a full beacon, takes 2 stacks and 36 blocks of a precious item. And this is what we have right now. Including those ore, probably 2 stacks of 56 blocks, or something like that. Now, that is extremely good. That is the most diamonds I have ever had on any Minecraft world, and I've played a lot of Minecraft, but that is not going to get us a diamond beacon. And like I said, I've been away for quite a while, and I checked all of our shops, and this is all that we got in an extremely long time. And I know 15 diamonds is a lot of diamonds, but it's not going to get us to a diamond beacon if that's how much we got in a week. So, the obvious thing to do is just to open a new shop if our other ones start slowing down. Now, this shop right here is honestly, hopefully, gonna make us quite a bit of cash. I've been talking to a lot of people on the realm about possible ventures and business opportunities for them buying a chance to have some terraforming done, and a lot of people seem really interested, which is a great sign, and that's actually one of the reasons that I went ahead and started this project in the last episode, because I knew that there was a demand for this, while demand for our other shops is slightly declining. Now, as for what we're going to do on this in today's episode, I have got some pretty big plans. Now, right now, as you can see, the center mountain is virtually done. Now, the interior, there's nothing on the inside, and that's going to be an entirely different project. But on the outside, it's pretty gray, obviously. I mean, there's not anything. This corner right here, this quadrant over here, is the only one that's even got detailing on the walls, and which, I mean, I think it looks fantastic, but we still have to do all of that on the other quadrants. But we also have to put in the custom biomes, which as of right now, and I say that because these are all subject to change. Even once I start building them, they're still subject to change. As of right now, those are these 4 biomes right here. And I asked you guys in the last episode to give me some suggestions, and a couple of you came through, and a couple of you had some good things to say about this selection, which is why I'm probably going to stick with these. The typical oak forest, volcanic valley, tropical beach, and the dead forest. The dead forest is the most likely to change, but I haven't got a good replacement for it yet. Continue sending suggestions, please, because they are needed. But I had one suggestion that was really good, and that was to build a Zen garden. I think a Zen garden would look really good on the inside of this mountain, because I was going to have to put an interior in there anyway, and I was going to make a big icy cave, which I still think is a good idea, because we don't have any ice biomes currently. But I think a Zen garden would look really good, especially on the inside. If we have a spiral tunnel maybe going down a little bit underground, and then it opens up into like a warm garden, I think it's going to look great. But before we can do any of the interior, which is most likely going to happen in the next episode, we need to finish these 4 biomes. And that leaves us with the last questions before we get building. What biomes are we going to put where, and what order are we going to build them in? Now, the order isn't necessarily completely relevant, because I hope to get all of these built today. That is my goal, so I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I would like to. But the order is, like I said, is less relevant. But the location is very important. Now, out of these 4 biomes right here, the typical is one that I feel like a lot of people are going to want to see. So I'm probably going to put that over here, which is in a pretty a pretty visually drawing place, especially if the shopping district continues to expand out here, like I hope it will. That's why we cleared this big field, and I'm pretty sure this is Panda Girl has opened up a Dodge shop and an animal shop already, so we've already got some more expansion, which is great. And then the other biomes, Tropical Beach and a Dead Forest. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put the dead forest on the far side and the beach on this side over here. The beach might be a little tricky because I'm not sure where I'm going to put the water level because it's kind of hard to have a beach in like a bowl. But we're going to make it work. Don't worry about it. And then that leaves us with the volcanic area, which I think is going to be perfect to put right here because it's going to be the most unique, and I think somebody walking over it is definitely going to have a really good view of the thing, you know, right beneath their feet. So I definitely want them to get to see that, and this is actually going to be the biome that we start working on first. But before we do that, I need to go to the nether, fill up a shulker box with some blackstone and other materials like that, and I will be right back. Not exactly what I was looking for, but much appreciated indeed. Alright guys, so we are almost done with that massive resource collection for the volcanic area of the terraforming shop, but right now we are actually in, that's right, Butter Warrior's base, and that is for this. That's right, when I found this, I was actually in Butter Warrior's mine in the nether, so I think it's only right that we go ahead and give it to him. And there we go. Now when he logs back in, he'll have a little bit of a gift from us. Alright guys, so between this shulker box and my inventory, we should hopefully have enough materials to get through this biome right here. Let's go ahead and jump into a time lapse. Alright, now, like I said earlier on in the video, the beach biome is going to go right over here, and honestly, this one is probably going to be a lot simpler than this absolute monstrosity over here that was this volcanic area to put together. It's a lot of textures, and it looks amazing, but it was definitely a lot of work. This area over here, I feel like it's going to be a little more simple, with just a lot of sand and some palm trees and the water and, you know, simple stuff like that. A beach is not really super complicated, but the only thing I'm really worried about right now is where I'm going to put the water level, because we need to balance out how high up the water is with how much land we have to put trees on. So that's really about the only concern I have right now, but I'm going to go ahead and get that figured out and then start placing some blocks in another time lapse. Alright, so we are not done with the beach biome, but I have been talking to a couple people online, and apparently I have a gift at my island. So we're gonna go check out what that is. Honestly, I have absolutely no idea, so let's just go ahead and get on over there. And we are loading in right now, and I can see something already. Here we go. Oh, look at this. Here we go. For those of you who don't remember, there was actually a Christmas tree on my island beforehand. Here, what does this say? Thought you could get rid of the tree. There was a Christmas tree on the island, and it's got Girl Squad's head on top of it. Amazing. I love it. Oh, and it's got a piglin head. These are rare. I don't actually have one of these. But there was a tree on my original island, which is actually underneath this island in a shell still. And I had to take it down because I was terraforming, and my old friend right here put one up for me again, which I of course appreciate very much. I do like it a lot. honestly brings back a little bit of memories from what the island looked like a little earlier. I actually hit 20,000 minutes on this world. Like I said, 18 minutes right there ago. But, oh, there's more. Let's go ahead and follow him down to see what it is. Oh, we're inside our house. Christmas all year round. Nice. Always appreciate the gifts. What is this? I literally just walked past this. Mumfleur gives his thanks for returning his Cinnabon. Oh, this is from Butter Warrior. Because we gave him that ancient debris. I told him we left him a gift, and he has returned us a diamond. That's very nice of him. It was just a gift. I wasn't really expecting anything in return. Don't remove the tree every time. Prank will be larger. You got it. Yeah, these two right here. Put that tree on there. Very nice. It looks great up there. Reminds me of the good old days about 3,000 Minecraft days ago. Yep, that is definitely most appreciated. So is this diamond right here from Butter Warrior for that ancient debris we gave him. And like I said, that's one of the best parts about being on a multiplayer world. I know a lot of people who get single player. It can get a little lonely. Especially when it's, you know, you walk around and everything you see that's custom you had to put together yourself. There's not necessarily as much excitement or surprise when you're exploring your world, because you put everything there, you know, there's not really much to explore. But definitely appreciate these guys right here. I really appreciate the gifts, and let's go ahead and get back to that beach time-lapse. So, I know we said I was just going to jump right to the time-lapse, but I couldn't help but try and get an aerial view of the volcanic area while I'm already up here. And look at that, guys. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get right back into this. And wasn't that an amazing time lapse? I know, right, guys? Bow, bow. Honestly, this task just got a little repetitive, so I went ahead and skipped forward. But I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through what we got right here that I've added since that last clip. We've got this grass over here with the inclusion of this brown concrete powder and coarse dirt and bamboo, which is actually probably the most unique thing about this. When I told you guys in the last episode I was probably going to build a beach, you probably envisioned something pretty close to this, but most of you probably didn't think of that, so I think it adds a little bit of a special touch. And then we also obviously have got some palm trees in here, actually made out of composters. Which are the best replacement for jungle bark, which is the only other horizontal bark we have. And no offense, it's not necessarily my favorite texture of a log, so we went with this, which is kind of funny to me because you can see I've got those spruce pressure plates on there to hide the gap in the composter. It's kind of funny to me that we have a block made out of wood, the composter, that doesn't actually match the color of any of the other types of wood in the game. It's kind of interesting to me, but like you can tell, we've got this area done, and for those of you keeping track, that's actually 2 out of 4, which is halfway to our goal, which would be the completion of all 4 quadrants or all 4 biomes on this shop. I'm not sure if we're going to get there, but as of right now, I still have plenty of time left to work on this video. It's already pretty late because, like I said, I went on vacation, but I want to get this thing out to you as quick as possible. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that 3rd biome, which is going to be the oak forest. I'm going to save the dead forest for last because it is the most subject to change, and I want to give myself as much time as possible to think about it and possibly change my mind. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that oak forest. Alright guys, so instead of hitting you with the 3rd time lapse in this episode, yeah, it's been a real grind. I just figured since we've done a lot of terraforming like this over there on the small island, I would just show you the process in progress updates. Especially this progress right here is not really something you haven't seen before. Just the typical palette, brown concrete, coarse dirt and grass with some bone meal sprinkled in. From here is where it really starts to come alive, so I just figured I'd jump to this point and then just keep going on progress updates in this one. Considering I have been calling it the typical biome, it's not necessarily that exciting, so that's the reason I just wanted to go ahead and jump on through this one with you guys. And there's the stream and the waterfall. And now a few extra rocks. And to finish off the third out of the 4 biomes, we have added a bit of extra vegetation with these bushes and trees and lily pads and seagrass and stuff like that. This one is finally complete as well, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. It actually ended up feeling a lot more like a swamp, to be honest. I think that's mainly just because it's so flat, and there's not really much I could do about that because we are in this really contained area, but I do think it looks absolutely amazing. I'm really pleased with it, and now that we've got this finished, we can finally go ahead and get to work on the last biome, which I have indeed decided is going to be, drumroll, the dead forest. Yep, I never changed my mind. I mean, I was on the fence a couple times, but I never really got an idea from anybody or myself that completely replaced it in my mind. I do think it's going to look absolutely amazing, and we are actually gonna meet our goal for the episode, which, I mean, that's a miracle in itself. We're gonna get all 4 biomes done in one episode, and trust me, guys, it has been an absolute grind. But let's go ahead and jump right into this last biome. Alright guys, here it is, the base layer of the dead forest, and it's looking eerily familiar, isn't it? And that's because we have not done the primary thing to make it look different from this beautiful, luscious biome over here, and that has got something to do with this tool in our hand right now. That's right, we need to go ahead and turn every single one of these grass blocks into path blocks. I'm not even going to try to lie to you guys. This has got to be one of the most satisfying things in the game. And maybe it's just me, because this is one of my favorite textures that we have in the entire game, especially with the extended sides given to me by Optifine, or maybe it's actually another texture pack, but this has definitely not been the least enjoyable part of this process, for sure. This is quite fun to do. And now that we've got that done, I am starting to realize that we have got a few very small detail problems all over the place, and that is where, since these blocks are actually smaller than an entire block by 1 pixel, similar to soul sand, we can actually see the stone underneath these blocks, and that just means I'm going to have to replace that stone with dirt to make that go away, like over here, but no biggie. But now that we have that, we are ready to start filling in the floor with the accent textures and placing the trees, which I'm really excited to show you guys because I probably didn't make them completely from scratch, you know, but I didn't take a lot of inspiration from anyone else, and I'm kind of excited to see how you guys like them. So let's go ahead and get this place looking a little more exciting than it is right now. And as I stand here at the very top of our absolutely enormous terraforming shop, you guys can see all of the progress that we've gotten in just 1 episode. That's right, in 1 episode, we were able to build 4 completely custom biomes, and I love each and every one of them. This one right here is probably my favorite. Go ahead and leave your favorite down in the comments below, and tell me what you like about each and every one, and possibly what you dislike. Like I said, if I get some really good suggestions to change some of these, or just to change aspects of the ones we already have, I will definitely take them into consideration. But like I said, this was an absolute grind, and I really hope you guys appreciated it. In the next episode, we should be finishing this project up. I'm personally getting, I'm not getting tired of it, but I am looking forward to it being done. I can say that. But in the next episode, we'll be cleaning things up on the outside and giving it an interior and making it a complete shop. And I'm really looking forward to that as well. But that is unfortunately absolutely all I have time for in today's episode. We are already late. I'm sorry for that as well, guys, but if you liked this video, leave it a like, and if you really liked it, especially if you made it this far into the video, you might as well hit the subscribe button below, not to miss the next episode on the Nerd Herd Den. This has been Sando, and I will see you guys next time.